Hello everyone, you're welcome to the platform again. And today in this lesson, we want to look at Concord. What is it about? Let's get going. Concord means subject-verb agreement rules. That is the rules surrounding the formation of a sentence through subject and verb, which means both must agree when it comes to singular and plural usage. So, concord is subject verb agreement with a grammatical rule. And this states that the subject and the verb must agree in a sentence. So, under this, we are going to rule number 1. The subject and the verb must agree in number. That is rule number 1. A singular subject takes a singular verb, whereas a plural subject takes a plural verb. Let's look at 2 or 3 examples under that. A good medicine tastes good. A good medicine tastes good. Here in the sentence, we have the subject, medicine, and we have the verb, tastes. Because medicine is singular, we have the verb tastes with S. That is also singular. I hope this is clear. Good. The second sentence is, he goes to work by bus. He goes to work by bus. We have singular subjects there, he, and singular verb as well, goes. The last one is, they visit us every other week. They is plural and visit is also plural. We don't have to add s to that because of the subject, they. I hope this is clear. Good. Now let's progress to rule number 2. Rule number 2. The subject is separated from the verb by with, as well as, together with, along with, and some others. So these words and phrases are not part of the subject. They are only the part of the sentence, but not part of the subject. So the verb agrees with the subject alone. Now let's look at 2 examples or one under this. We have the politician along with the newsman is here. The politician along with the newsman is here or is expected here. So as you can see from the sentence, we have politician as singular entity, just one person. That is the subject. So it goes with the singular verb is. So we don't have anything to do with along with or the newsmen, nothing we have to do with them. Good. Another one is Mr. Coker with his wife was at the party yesterday. With again in the sentence. As I said in the note for number 2, we have nothing to do with those words. What we target is the subject and the verb. So here we have Mr. Coker in company with his wife. We don't have AND there. So this as well takes singular verb, where we have was as past form of the verb. I hope this is clear. Good. Now let's go to rule number 3. Rule number 3 states that 2 subjects joined by and are plural. Let's see an instance of this. Taiwo and Kenny are quite different. Taiwo and Kenny are quite different. Because of the and we have there, then we use the plural verb are. But note another thing is, when compound nouns are used, singular verb is also used. Let's look at an instance of that as well. Bacon and eggs is my favorite dish. Bacon and eggs, these two forms the what? The subject of the sentence, and it is regarded as singular because they are compound nouns. So we have the singular is that is used there. I hope this is clear. Bravo. Now let's move to another rule. Rule number 4. Under this rule, two subjects joined by or not, either or, neither nor, not only but also. These subjects, if subjects are joined by those words, then take the verb that agrees with the subject closest to it. That is when we have either or, neither nor, not only but also, or you have or, you have not. This verb will take the subject that is closest to it. Let's see this in some examples. Number 1, neither my father nor my mother goes to university. You will see we have neither nor there. But the subject that goes close to the verb is what the verb goes or agrees with. I hope this is clear. That is why we have goes, not minding father and mother as two different entities. I hope this is clear. Number 2, either my father or my brothers are coming. In this sentence again, we have either or. We have father and brothers. So this verb goes with or agrees with that particular subject that is close to it, which is brothers. That is why the verb is affected, and we have the plural verb. And lastly, not only, but also, I am planning to go. In this case, we have not only, but also as well. You as one subject, I as another subject. And according to the rule, the verb goes with the subject that is close to it. So we have I there, and that is why we have the verb am being used as part of the verb. I hope this is clear. Good. Now let's progress to rule number 5. Number 5 states that with collective nouns, the verb might be singular or plural. And the plural part of it is, in the case of a United Kingdom, depending on the meaning. Now let's see this in the example. That is when we have collective nouns. It is either the verb is singular or plural, depending on the meaning of the sentence. Sentence number 1, we have the audience was clearly enchanted by her performance. We have audience there, and audience is meant to be singular entity. But here we have was, which is what? Singular verb as well. That is that. Now, the second one shows the plural part of the verb. We have the audience are strangely subdued. You can see that as well. So according to the rule, when it is collective noun, this is collective noun now. When we say audience, we are not referring to one person. We have different background, different entity as part of the audience. I hope this is clear. Bravo. Let's continue to the next rule. And this is rule number 6. In sentences beginning with here or there, the true subject follows the verb. That is, when we have here and there in a sentence, the true subject, it follows the what? The verb. So number 1 sentence there, we have there is a bush near the school. There we have bush as the subject, and we have is as the verb, which is both in a singular form. So you can see that we have there beginning the sentence. According to the rule that the true subject follows the verb. After his, what we have is bush. I hope this is clear. Now the second sentence, here are the keys. Here are the keys. Ha is the verb there, and we have keys coming after the verb. So that is the true subject of the sentence. I hope this is clear. Now let's go to rule number 7. Number 7 states that the verb is singular if the subject is a singular indefinite pronoun. These pronouns are each, either, neither, one, no one, everyone, someone, anyone, and some other indefinite pronouns. So when we have this, then the verb will be singular. I hope this is clear. Now let's look at one or two examples under here. Nobody gets rich from writing nowadays. Nobody there is the indefinite pronoun, and we have gets as the verb. That is what the rule states. Another one is either of the plans is equally dangerous. Either this plan or that plan, they are both dangerous. So either there is indefinite and we have the verb is. But some other cases where we have the verb as plural, then the subject is also plural when we have indefinite pronouns, such as several, few, both, many, and some others. Let's look at an instance of this. Several villages have been isolated by the heavy snowfall or rain. Here we have several as part of the indefinite pronoun, which states what? Plural form. And also the verb have. It is the indefinite pronoun that affects the use of the verb in the sentence. Then another thing is some indefinite pronouns like some, any, all, most may be either singular or plural depending on their use in a sentence. If used with countable nouns, that is, when you use them with countable nouns, you use plural verb. Let's look at an instance or two. Some of the books are out of place. Please put them in the right order. We have books in this sentence and we have some. So ha is the verb that is used because of what? Some. So this states that when you have such a word, indefinite pronoun like that, then use plural verb. Another one is some music was weird. Here we have music as uncountable noun. So we have singular verb with it, different from the initial sentence. So this is about rule number 7, and I believe this is clear. Let's move to another one, that is rule number 8. This states that use a singular verb for expressions of measurements. When you are talking about measurements in time, money, and weight, then when the amount is considered 1 unit, you use singular verb. Let's look at the example of this. $50 seems, you can see that we have singular verb there. $50, dollars with S, seems, singular verb. $50 seems a reasonable price. The reason for this is not minding the S with dollars. $50 is just one note. That is why we have singular verb. I hope this is clear. Another instance is 3 miles with S is too far to walk. We have singular verb, not minding the S with miles. But when we have not only 1 unit, like $5 were scattered on the floor. $5, we have 1 into 5. That is why this attracts the verb were as plural form. I hope this is clear. If it is one unit, then you use singular verb. But if it is not one unit, when it comes to measurement, you use plural verb. Now let's go to number 9. This states that plural form subjects with a singular meaning take a singular verb. We have examples like mumps. You have S there. Economics, measles, civics, physics with S. Those words that look like a singular form. When you have them, then you use what? Singular verb. Let's look at two examples. Gymnastics. We have S there. Gymnastics is his favorite sport. We have is as singular verb, not minding the S with the word gymnastics. Another one is mathematics with S as well, is the science of pure quantity. Not minding the S, we have singular verb there as well. That is how the rule states. Now let's go to the last one today, which is rule number 10. Titles of single entities. That is when we have the title of movies, title of books, or any title that is one entity. For books, for countries, for organizations, and some others, we have what? Singular verb. Let's look at an example of this. Harry Potter is an interesting novel. You can say because you have Harry and you have Potter, two different words, it should attract a plural verb. No, that is how the rule states it. When you have titles of just single entity, they use singular verb. So this is how far we can go in the lesson today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, enable your bell for notification for more videos to come, and remain safe. If you have any comments, drop it below the video and it shall be addressed. Thank you.